Welcome to the Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast, your home for all things football at Waldorf University, the best small college football experience in America. Hosted by Andy Buffington and me, Troy Thompson, from the secret gridiron bunker beneath Bullstorff Field. Did you know FCIS has been in business for over 40 years? They're licensed in most insurances nationwide and are recognized nationally as a leading RV insurer. FCIS is right here in Forest City and is locally owned, proud to support the Waldorf Warrior football team, and they are always there to cheer them on towards success on and off the gridiron. When you need a team to support yours, look to the professionals at FCIS. You can give them a call at 1-800-331-1520 and let them know you heard about them on the Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast. Now, let's meet the captains of today's podcast.
All right, our captains today, number 43 in your program, MaCoy Yeakel. He's a defensive back from West Hancock High School and living down in the Kanawha way for all you West Hancock fans. We also have Nolan Frohwein. Nolan, now, I was looking at the roster, Nolan, and it showed that you're number 47, but you've been wearing 85.
Yeah, that's what I came in as, and then they put me at 85. So.
You're now 85?
Yeah.
Okay, I can say 85.
So, yeah.
Okay, that's good, because that's on your helmet and your jersey.
Yeah.
Listen, we can't change that.
Well, I mean, we know some people.
Yeah.
We could pull some
Get
strings.
some goof off.
Yeah, I got it.
So big news, last night there was a big to-do, and well, actually, let me back up since this is going to air. Like 8 days ago, there was a big to-do down at the Bowman, and the gentleman to my immediate right was named the 2022 Waldorf University Male Honor Athlete of the Year. That's a big deal.
I read about that.
So what does that mean?
I don't know. It means I don't know.
Like, was that grades and everything?
Well,
character?
I don't know how I got it.
Well, one,
people ask me.
Male. So
Yeah,
you've
male.
all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Waldorf
So-
University,
all right.
we
That's
got
true.
that.
Okay, we're
so
good
let's
with
talk
that.
about
The
honor
next step.
athlete. We know that.
Okay.
Guess, yeah.
What's the honor mean?
Yes.
I mean, what's
Is it your honor? Your honor.
is that
I'd
what
like to approach
you
the
know
bench.
as your honor?
No.
Okay. So why did they get? And who voted? Was it something where everybody put $1 in a jar and whoever had the most money?
Yeah, honestly, I don't even know. I wasn't expecting it at all. I just sat there and I started hearing more information. I was like,
That sounds.
this is me.
Sounds like.
Man.
It sounds like something that I did.
Yeah.
And then I got everyone looking at me in the Bowman that knows me. I'm like, so this is now embarrassing.
Were your folks there?
No.
They weren't, because your mother would have probably said, "Did you brush your hair?"
I did not.
But would she?
I
have
came
said
straight
that?
from golfing, actually.
Darla would have said that.
Oh,
wouldn't she?
definitely.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm surprised you didn't text me beforehand. Unless they were calling me.
So, like the Oscars, you legitimately didn't plan on winning.
No, at all.
Was it a medal?
I got a plaque.
You got a
Well,
plaque.
plaque's better than a
It's on
certificate,
wooden,
though.
and then it's got like metal
Nice.
on it. That says.
Where are you going to put that?
Well, right now it's on my dashboard
Wow.
Like
on my
For
car.
everybody to
in
see.
your car.
So if you get pulled over,
that's
it's like
classy.
you can point to it
Yeah.
and say,
I
"Excuse me."
guess.
Oh, sorry, officer. I was just back from receiving this prestigious award.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to.
No, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it because right now I still got my first team all conference trophy, and I got that in the fall sometime, and it's just been sitting there too.
Yeah.
So I'm
do you
debating
have
where to
like
put it.
very limited display case space? Is that what's going on? Look, I've got one. I could maybe move over my 8th grade track medals, but that's a lot to ask.
You don't want to get crazy. I mean,
No.
come on.
That's
I'm
awesome.
guessing the Yeakels down in Kanawha, they're enshrining a space. You know.
Think so?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah, I can't imagine it.
I think they definitely like to come to the games. I don't know if they're that big of a fan.
Well, and we do plan on having your folks on the podcast here this summer, which I know you're looking forward to, and we are too. But we were told this weekend that your folks were really the godmother and godfather of the Waldorf Gridiron Club, getting it started, the tailgate, where it started with just a couple people, including your folks. I guess that would make you the godson of the Waldorf Gridiron Club. But yeah, your folks were instrumental in getting that excitement and getting more parents and fans there. So you can wear that on your shoulder.
Yeah, I know. Add that to my resume.
I just want to I take credit for calling them the godparents of the Gridiron Club.
You're going to call that?
Yeah, I totally did that while we were grilling burgers.
I think that was Coach Finley.
No, he was standing there.
And he told you about it, and then you said, ooh, like the Godfather. So
yeah, the godparents.
All right. So one of the things I'd really like you to do tonight is when we're talking about building Waldorf University football to be the best small college football experience in America.
Yeah,
We're going to need to nail that, okay? Mm-hmm. So anyway, back to MaCoy. Most career interceptions in Waldorf history. The most. He's at 11. Now, that's since we've been 4 years. Because I was looking back, I was digging into the archives. Back in 1968, Alvino Milner had 13 in a season.
Yeah.
Is that going to be the goal this year? 14?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
all right.
Yeah.
Well, you've heard it here first, folks.
Because he had 13.
Well, yeah, Alvino, he in 68, that was the year before I was born, and I'm the oldest one in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And
a lot.
What?
No, maybe a few.
Okay. Looking back at what MaCoy did this last year, total of 63 tackles, puts him 9th in the conference, 6.3 a game, 5 interceptions this year. You had 3 in non-conference and 2 in conference, but that put you 3rd in the conference, and then you had a fumble recovery. So. Now, you were a big star down at West Hancock, right?
I don't know about that.
Well, there's a lot of stars in West Hancock,
yeah.
But I mean, you're one among many. Let's be honest down
maybe.
there.
Yeah.
But when you were a junior in high school, and again trying to find records. When you were a junior in high school, you jumped 20 feet 3 inches at the state tournament and took 3rd.
That's a great high jump. I mean, that's got to be a record or something.
Mm-hmm. Did I say high jump?
No, you didn't.
Okay. Well, I could have said that.
That'd be awesome, though.
But your all-time
crazy.
your all-time best jump with the Eagles was 21 feet. That's 3rd all-time at the school.
I think I got 21.7.
You know, this is the theme here because Logan Miller, we had a record for him at his school, and when we said, "Hey, you threw the discus like 141 feet 2 inches," he's like, "My best is 146."
Yeah.
So I had to call the athletic director the next day. So
see what's going on down there.
I'm going to continue that theme. I'm going to call down to Britt and see what I can do about that.
Right.
So
coaches got to keep good records.
What?
The coaches got to keep good records.
Well, think about that.
That's the
Hancock.
situation.
Could you imagine trying to keep records for all the superior athletes down there? I don't know what's in the water on that side of Hancock County, but my goodness sakes, those people, wrestling and
hobos. The hobos put something in the water every year, and it's a special. Now, if you're listening to this, and we do have a very wide audience across the United States,
the world, and
Russian Federation. I don't understand that. But look, right now he's like, hobos. What's these hobos? Britt is the hobo capital. I don't know if it's the hobo capital.
It's the home of the National Hobo Convention.
I mean, then they don't stay either, which is good. Hobos don't stick around.
No, they don't. And
thank
you
God.
see, I was born
it's
in
not
Britt.
like Austin, Texas.
I was born in Britt, but it didn't really rub off. I mean, my athletic prowess ended back in '84, and that's when I started high school.
Oh, well.
So in 2017, you were on the Des Moines Register All-Iowa team as a running back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that was the
17?
same. Yeah, that's
that was my senior year.
Yeah.
I was safe. Junior year, no.
Yeah, so that was the same year that a young man that a lot of people know that are watching the draft tonight. That was the same year as Tyler Linderbaum was. He was an all-Iowa elite defensive lineman.
Yeah.
So you've got an offensive all-Iowa team coming in and being a defensive star, and then you've got a defensive elite guy in Linderbaum that he goes on, and he's going to probably go in the first round. You seem like you don't care. All right.
I mean,
it's Iowa.
I love the National Hobo Convention. I'll but look, it's Britt. You guys are the least liked wonderful small school in the old conference because you are so good and competitive in athletics for sure, and that's what it's just.
Yeah, it was tough to go down to Britt.
You were born in.
I was born in Britt. Yeah,
So you were born
I was a
at the
Hancock County kid.
Should've
Yeah.
Hancock County Memorial Hospital.
You're right, I should have.
I play in that golf thing every year, that tournament every year.
No, if I would have stayed in Britt,
Yeah.
I would have been riding.
You
the
would have
pines
been.
for 4 years, just hoping to get in under the legendary coach Bob Sanger, who, God rest his soul, what a wonderful man.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you, I have more respect for him. But yeah, it would have been great to be able to play for him. I came
Sure.
up under Larry Holstead. Have you ever met Larry Holstead?
Yep, a couple
I
times
bet you
actually.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you have met Larry Holstead. That was also my coach.
Oh wow, yeah,
Yeah.
He was my coach, and Craig Van Syke, and
Yeah, he's
Ralph
Hall of
Edwards.
Fame, Winona State.
Yeah, he was the AD up there and all sorts
Yeah.
of stuff.
First down. Anyway.
Well, now that Nolan's getting bored,
Yeah,
Nolan comes
talk
to
about
us
you
from Nolan comes to us from Iowa Falls. He was a cadet back in the day. He's a freshie here at Waldorf, and the fact that our coaches, because I don't pick you guys out of a hat. I get to the coaches and say, who do people need to hear from? And obviously McCoy's an easy choice. But then when they say Nolan Frohwein is going to be our up and comer, tall kid. For those of you that are watching, wait. Nope,
Yeah,
I
no
guess we still
TV.
don't have cameras.
Nope.
But so obviously we don't have a lot of stats on Nolan, because I was even looking through, because I know that you got some catches on JV and stuff like that this last year, but looking for stats and back to the coaches again, not keeping good stats, but and there was some cancellations and things like that. Some games got dropped, but as a senior for Iowa Falls Alden, 21 catches for 446 yards. He averaged 21.3 yards per completion with 3 touchdowns. And then one of 4 cities, teams that we like to try to beat, it's been a while, Clear Lake. You scored a 73-yard touchdown against Clear Lake to win the game. Well, ultimately you guys won that game.
Yeah, we did. I mean, it was like maybe it was in the third, maybe it was in the fourth. I don't really remember, but
That was a big catch.
it was a big catch. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So some interesting things about Nolan is that he was a 2021 graduate of Iowa Falls Alden. He was the class treasurer. So you handled the money for the school.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I was the clash treasurer.
Well, it said when I was...
I mean, maybe I was. I don't know if I was.
Well, I was looking
Get the
at-
information from
Well,
this.
I was looking at the awards day for his senior year.
Yeah.
And it said Nolan Frohwein. It had a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
So is it, or is
Maybe
it not
he just
true?
wrote that in on like
He
the
was- or he
scholarship
was singing.
information. He's like, they'll never check
No,
this.
I'm not a
Then
singer.
the information I have
Class
here
treasurer
is,
sounds
are you biliterate?
No.
This is
I
this
don't
is
know.
incorrect information. I'm going to put this down and just turn it over. And
Yeah.
All right, tell me some of your accomplishments in high school. Obviously, we got the football stuff.
Yeah,
but
so-
what else did you do?
I played basketball my senior year. We went to sub-state championship or what right before state and played.
What'd you lose to?
South Central Calhoun. We lost by like 7 points, I think, but had a pretty solid season there. That's pretty much. I played some tennis in high school too. That's another sport I played.
Really?
Just kind of did it for fun, I thought. So
And you're here on football.
Yeah, see
You
now.
could have played tennis.
McCoy's like, tennis? Oh, old money over here. We didn't. Well, because,
We
when
played
you're
pickleball.
part of that conference with Clear Lake,
Yeah.
which Iowa Falls is, you have to have. You don't have to have it, but I think almost everybody's got it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so
Yeah,
it's
I know
a
a lot
little
of schools
different.
don't have tennis.
We don't have that.
Yeah, no.
No, we're not playing tennis.
We don't want that either.
Not in the old North Conference.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just happy to get a crop in the ground.
Love this. They got a lot. What are you talking about? Iowa Falls is big farm town.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
They've got-
Some of the most rich farm ground is in Hardin County.
Is it Hardin County, right?
Yeah, it's in Hardin.
Yeah, and they've got the big implement dealership when you rolled in on 65 on the north side there.
we got lots of
Armory on
farmers.
National Guard Armory on the
Yep.
west side.
Yep.
I've spent a lot of time there, so yeah, I know Iowa Falls pretty well. You got a pizza ranch.
Yep, we do.
Oh, very
Pizza
narrow.
ranch.
It might be the world's narrowest pizza ranch.
It is.
If you're
It's
ever
pretty
in Iowa
small.
Falls, check it out. It's a very pretty river town.
It is.
And a lot of people don't know that, but I do.
It's off the way a little bit. So,
It is.
so Nolan, you're a cadet.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, he's a warrior now.
Well, I know that you came up as a cadet, but thank you for that reminder. So, like cadets, what makes a cadet an ominous force?
I don't really know. We never really talked about it, I guess. I mean, just kind of our school mascot.
McCoy was an eagle. We didn't understand.
They talk about it all the time at Britt, I guarantee
Really?
you. Like probably when they enter pre-K, there's like a holographic image of Bob Sanger. You are an ominous force. You are an eagle now.
No, we
Everything
never
we
had
do
anything
here
like
is
that.
different. So
It was just kind of.
So your high school coaches, what? Who were they? Were they like legendary? Were they around forever? Did they change every couple of years or?
So I mean, we had for football we had Coach Anderson. He came. Not sure where he came from, but for the 4 years that I was there, he was our coach. He's a pretty solid coach. So, and then but for my basketball, we had Michael Collison. That's Nick Collison's brother. So.
Yeah.
So that's where he came from. He played at Briarcliff, and of course, Nick Collison was in the NBA and everything. So
Nick was from where?
Out Falls.
He was from Isle Falls. That's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
they went there too. So
Yeah, because he played down at Kansas?
yeah, he went to Kansas. I think he won a championship there. So
Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah. Rock, chalk, whatever. Sorry,
They were-
for
that was a
all
big
our
deal.
fans in Kansas.
Iowa
He
Falls
was a
had to
big
play
deal.
those guys.
You played against Nick Collison?
Heck no, I didn't play basketball. Are you kidding me? Look at me. I don't understand basketball. It's almost as bad as soccer. It's actually worse than soccer. I don't understand how fouls work. I don't feel like it should be a thing.
We had a young man with us over Thanksgiving that played soccer or plays soccer. He's from Santiago, Chile. His sister lived with us for a year, and we were watching some soccer, and the ball got the goalie blocked it or whatever he did, and it rolls out, and a guy walked up and kicked it in for what layman would say is a goal. Mm-hmm. I mean, he kicked the ball into the net, and of course, it's not a goal because it was offside. I'd like to explain that to you, but
No, I don't.
yeah, absolutely. He was trying to explain it to me, and he speaks very good English too. So I didn't understand it all. That's a sport. It's wonderful. The Warriors have a soccer team here, and I should probably go more often.
Yeah, the second biggest team on campus is soccer.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys have soccer at Iowa Falls?
oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Well, this isn't a soccer broadcast, so we don't care.
yeah.
Well, it is a football podcast.
It does. It is football. Football.
Yeah.
It happens on the gridiron too.
Yeah,
Also,
it does. Absolutely.
I do have a soccer shirt though from Waldorf. Thanks. That was nice. They gave that to me. Second down.
All right, Nolan, tell me a little bit about your family. Let's talk about what's going on with the real Nolan Frohwein.
Well, so I got a pretty big family. My parents, they're both divorced, but they're remarried. So I got a bunch of step siblings. I got a couple sisters, and then I got a brother too. So it's kind of how it goes there. So
Nice.
So that's how many then? 11.
yeah, I'd say around that.
I'd
I'd say around
stab in the dark.
Yeah,
That's a pretty good number.
yeah,
Do they try to make it back for games?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this year they kind of did. They made it to more of the JV games. My dad went up to a couple games here at the stadium, but
Well, you got
next year they'll probably come.
and you got a lot of time on Sunday, at the spring game. So I imagine who else we got at tight end right now? We got
David Warren.
Yeah, David is out there. He was a former defensive player, but there's some good things. So I think you guys are going to split a lot of time coming up this fall. So there's a lot of upside to Warrior football right there on the end caps.
Yeah,
We got you named as an up and comer. I don't know who. I mean, it might come from the same data source as wherever he got the treasurer information.
treasurer.
High school.
I gotta-
Could be way off. He might be.
I'm
we'll see.
going to spend a lot of time calling schools asking them to check their
Listen,
information.
I don't
Because
think
it was
this
right after there was they talked about the
Yeah.
scholarship from Waldorf University, and then it said class treasurer, and then it said that Nolan Frohwein was the top senior award for vocal music.
no, I never was in choir or anything.
Well, you
Maybe,
sure?
maybe you could sing for us right now. A little
Yeah.
bit.
Well, we could.
I don't think I would be too good at it.
I don't know. I mean, because how are we supposed
no,
to know?
I've-
You
How
might
about
be.
you, McCoy? You sing?
No.
Yeah. You know why? Because in
I play football.
West Hancock, you play football. We ain't got time for that music stuff.
They have a good music program. Absolutely.
They do?
Well,
I didn't know that.
the band director,
He's in Forest
formerly
City
of
now.
you're right, absolutely, and it's like we only get the best up here. In,
That is
in Forest
true.
City, so it's got to be something going on
right away.
Yeah. All right.
So you got to be up on all the inside information like we are.
We got it all. And no one's lying to us about being a. I mean,
Yeah, he actually
singer.
was the treasurer, and he's a mezzo soprano,
He just doesn't want
and
people to
nobody
know.
is. And he's like, I'm not gonna sing because I sound like I don't know.
that's a great analogy.
Oh darn it! I'll edit this back out. Watch how this works. I'm gonna sing. And I'm
So,
gonna
all right.
think of her name right now.
MaCoy, what about your family? What's going on down there in Kanawha?
Just what is it? Thursday night tonight? Today? It's Thursday?
It is
Yeah.
Thursday. Yeah.
As far as anybody knows, but this gets released on a Friday.
Oh, so that Friday
In a
night
couple
coming up.
weeks.
Probably a lot of drinking going on.
Yeah.
Either the town tap
Yep.
or in Britt.
Right.
Don't know where.
It was interesting that I asked him to tell me about his family, and he starts
Go
talking
straight
about
there.
drinking.
I think we
probably-
can. Yeah, well, we get the godparents of the Gridiron Club, and we'll all understand why. Your mom
Absolutely.
says that Mayville State started it.
No,
She's
definitely not.
pretty convinced that they started it, and she had to set them straight.
No, your mother's not the. She's a very small lady. Your dad
Little
is
bit.
a tower.
Yep.
And then you're somewhere in between there. So tell me about
More
your
towards
folks.
Mom.
Tell me about your folks, your family, who all you got down there in Kanawha. We don't need to talk about drinking since we covered that.
Okay. So for my family, immediate family, I have brothers that are twins. Finally moved out this August.
How old are they?
They turned 25 in August.
All right.
Oh, they're just
So-
hanging around.
Yeah.
Both of them
Yep. And then they have a house, 2-bedroom house. They
together.
are, yeah.
I mean,
actually.
come on, guys.
They're like, their bedrooms are like separated by like maybe a 4-foot hallway.
Really?
Yep.
They fight like cats and dogs.
When I'm there,
Yeah.
because I antagonize them, get them going, riled up,
Yeah.
I'm there to do that. My sister just moved back to town, back to Garner. She's been to a lot of places because she's married and the husband's in the Air Force.
Oh.
So they were in New Mexico, Arizona, and then moved to South Dakota. Finally moved back. They have 3 kids. One was just born like a month and a half ago, and mom and dad are just in the house.
You're an uncle. You've been
Uncle
uncle 3
MaCoy.
times over.
I know.
Most recently.
Yeah.
Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
that.
It's
Do you take that
blessing.
job seriously?
Always.
Good.
I got my niece a 12-pack of NAs for her first birthday.
Okay. I don't think
I'd say it's pretty good.
you sing like Bette Midler. That'll be edited later. It'll come in at the right time. It'll sound great. I had to wait for a moment where it was quiet, nobody was giggling. It's Bette Midler. At the moment, the synapses weren't firing. I'm going to leave it in just the way it was. It's
I
funny
think
anyway.
so. It's pretty good. Absolutely. It's fantastic.
Very good. Are
So-
you an uncle?
No, I'm not. I'm the oldest child, actually.
Are you?
So
You
yeah.
are.
What's the
Yeah.
youngest one in that clan?
Wow.
I'd say 4. 4 is the youngest.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's
Holy
quite
smokes.
a spread out family there. So
Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna be buying Christmas presents forever.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's for sure.
birthday presents.
Well, lots of games to go to as the
Yeah,
older brother.
yeah,
And by the
that's
way,
true.
they love it when you show up. That you're like a hero celebrity.
Oh, I bet,
so
yeah.
make
Yeah,
sure
I'm
you
looking
do
forward
that.
to
Wear
it.
your
so.
Waldorf gear.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, big brother.
for
He's
sure.
here.
McCoy's like, I'd like to be a hero celebrity with my twin brothers, but
Well, you are on
I'm
campus, aren't you?
yeah.
done, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe you already were because you didn't live at home until recently.
That's that's true.
I'll tell you what, Randy and Darla are going to kill us, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if I mean,
It'll just make you have more shots of 43.
that might happen.
Third down. Make some noise.
So next year, we've got, it's going to be a big season for us. What's the goal?
Conference champs, make playoffs.
All right.
So
Yeah.
that's consistent with what we've heard thus far in our
Everybody.
many podcast episodes.
How are we going to do that?
Win.
Well, Yeah.
Correct. I like the way you're thinking.
Thank you.
Keep it simple.
So, because
Just win.
you're going to get 14 interceptions next year and take the single season record, right?
Yeah.
Going to
Okay.
take it into the 21st century and university level stats.
And like
Take it
I
out
got to
of-
beat my high school record too.
And I bet that's that record that you talk about from Alvino. Is that his name?
Alvino Milner.
I mean, that's a hard name to forget. Alvino's record is going to come tumbling down in 2022. And I feel like, but it'll be, that was, Dave Bolstorff was probably Alvino's coach at that time, is my guess. I think that was like his first or couple seasons in that time frame.
Yeah, and his pastor.
Yeah. Is that right?
More than likely.
Well, for sure.
Yeah.
And the guy that they named the field after,
Dave
which we
Bolstorff.
broadcast in our secret underground bunker.
Yeah, it's a little cramped in here, but for the most part.
And you can't see what just happened, but everybody just looked out the window. Oh, man, you guys are ruining it.
Well,
Can't-
yeah, but
We have it's an egress window.
absolutely. And we had Bruce Bruckoff during the spring game looking for the entrance, and
Well, it's going to be easier now that he knows there's a window.
well, he's going to be looking at other things when the grandson starts playing.
That's for sure. Well, hopefully he can keep moving those sticks. It's an important job.
So, Nolan, you got a new offense. You got a new offensive coordinator. What do you like? What do you see out there?
I really like how open it is. There's a lot of things we can do. So like last year when I played tight end, we were like you could only play tight end, like that was the position you play. Now he's got us split out playing receiver. Like it's all fastball, so we just keep it going. See, very unique offense too. So
Yeah.
really like how we run everything. And
It's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're just going to be a lot high scoring next year.
Yeah.
A lot more high scoring.
Absolutely.
Well, that's outstanding.
Yeah.
That'll make a lot of people happy, and then it'll make a lot of people unhappy. We think that the opposing team's coaches are going to probably become maybe Patreon subscribers to.
They're going to listen to our
probably.
to this entire.
Yeah.
Got to get all. They think they're going to get all the intel.
So who's in the crosshairs next year? Who are the teams that are really going to be in for it?
Probably, definitely Dickinson and Valley City,
Yeah.
and then Mayville too,
Yeah,
because
I'd
they
say
think
Mayville.
they're tough
Really?
and they're really good and
Well, and
whatever.
they started it, as we all know.
and they have like one
Mom
win
said.
season. So
Mom said they started.
yeah, they started.
That's right.
They just deserve it.
Yeah, and we have Dakota State.
Yeah.
We seem to play them tight every year, and then of course Iowa Wesleyan comes up here again. They're in a rebuilding pro time.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, that was
Interesting first couple of games.
yeah. St.
Simpson?
Ambrose, Simpson.
Yeah.
Yeah, we play Briarcliff again this year, early in the season.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting
Do
time.
we play Simpson?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do.
we do.
Yeah.
Not
be
just
fun
making
one.
that up. For a
gonna be a
moment,
fun
I
one.
thought I
It
confused
is.
St. Ambrose with Simpson.
Yeah, and I was going to give Luke a bad time if he would have been here tonight because there was a picture on his Facebook. I look at everything, and there's a picture on his
Good
Facebook.
job research. I mean,
Well,
for the most
absolutely.
part, like a B plus.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's
You know?
it's better than high school. A lot better than college. And but no, there was a picture of Luke and the Anderson, his buddy Blaze, sitting there in Simpson jerseys.
Yeah.
They went on a visit, and then he felt like he had to put that on his Facebook.
I guess
Come on, man. I mean, who looks at Facebook anyway besides grandparents?
I do.
Yeah,
You
I
do.
I watch videos.
Oh,
That's about it. I don't really
I look
check
at Facebook.
Nothing.
so
It's all I got. So I don't got anything else. So
Nolan, what do we do in our free time? And when we're not lifting and studying and playing football and studying film and going to practice.
Well,
and-
I mean, that's a lot of my free time, right? Or I guess that's a lot of my time of the day. But
Yeah.
I'd
Good answer.
say,
Nolan's
I'd say
thinking,
video
I don't do
games.
any of that stuff you just said.
yeah, I guess. But I'd say the main thing I do is play video games and just hang out with friends.
What game are we playing right now?
Big Call of Duty guy. Kind of like playing Warzone. So
Okay.
yeah.
Is that an online thing? Or?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
But I don't know why you look at me when
You have sons. We've
Yeah, but
discussed this.
I
You
mean-
have sons. You need to pay attention to what they're doing on the computer, Troy.
Have you ever played Call of Duty? Do you know about that game?
Yep.
So are you a game guy too? You a gamer?
Not really ish.
Well, a definitive
Sometimes.
answer.
Yeah. Well, that's a good. That's a good answer. Is what that is. What in Iowa Falls? Like, what's the best place to be in Iowa Falls as a high school kid that doesn't involve any nefarious activities or anything like? Because it is a pretty city.
Yeah.
You know.
It is. Just kind of depends on the time of year, I guess. Like summer, say golf course, you go to a golf course or go kayaking on the river.
Yeah,
we
for
got
sure.
a pretty nice river, so
It's really nice. It's the Iowa River.
yeah.
Conveniently. And it's really got. Have you been there? You've been there. Obviously,
Yeah,
got
absolutely.
high cliffs.
Yeah.
And well, I mean, I guess they're cliffs.
Where are the falls? Where are the falls in Iowa Falls?
Kind of like in the middle of town, I'd say.
Really?
Yeah.
And are you talking what, like 70, 80, 100 feet?
I have no idea, but they're big. I can tell you that. So
All right.
that's for sure.
I've never seen those. So
Well, that
Maybe
sounds
we
like
take
it's a trip.
the podcast is going on the road to Iowa Falls.
Iowa Falls gonna eat at the Pizza
Absolutely.
Ranch, the narrowest pizza ranch in America. And
Probably is. It really is.
yeah, check it out for sure.
The claim to fame.
That's right. I mean, not as famous as the Hobo Convention,
right.
which is a big deal. Have you? I mean, but you're in Kanawha.
Well, I still go.
Yeah, you go to the.
I got all my family that lives in Britt.
Okay.
Where the mom's the furthest one away from my grandparents.
Okay.
15 miles.
15 miles, so pretty close family.
You guys live in Kanawha? Because it's
Yeah.
only 10 miles.
Okay, yeah, 10 miles.
All right, you must drive slow. That's a good thing. Keep yourself safe.
Yeah. This is the Winnebago and Hancock County guy here, so he knows them both
I
very
do.
well,
I've been there a long time.
for sure. What's the best part of Kanawha?
It's a lot to choose from.
Now, how many people are in Kanawha? This is back to like our first episode. We'd test people on their knowledge of their hometown. How many people in Kanawha?
Like 700,
Yeah,
maybe?
that's about right.
That
There's
is-
like 850
it's pretty
somewhere
close,
in there.
yeah.
Mhm. How about Iowa Falls?
I'd say probably 7,000, 8,000.
Yeah, you're in that a little high,
the
but
same
lots. But yeah, between 6 and 7 is where I
Yeah.
think Iowa Falls is
Yeah.
at.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. All right, good answer.
So how many people,
These guys know their towns.
that's right. Talking about people, McCoy, how many people do generally come up to Waldorf games to watch you play?
From Kanawha? Or just, anywhere?
Just your entourage.
Probably about, 40-ish maybe?
That's a big
I don't know.
entourage.
Maybe 43.
40, yeah, maybe.
That would be
Wonder
appropriate.
why that would be.
Okay.
Yeah. What was your number in high school?
43.
You were 43 as well. So
Yeah.
you said I'm keeping it.
Yeah, well, I got it because all my uncles and like cousins on the Don side, that was their number too.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's
really?
Like, yeah.
It's like a family number.
Yeah, basically.
43.
Yeah.
And was that because they're big
Just
Richard
one
Petty
more than the
fans?
answer to the universe
I don't
and
know.
everything.
Richard Petty, you familiar?
I don't think so.
You know Richard Petty is
I do.
CP oil.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's a race car driver back in the day. Mm-hmm. King Richard.
Oh,
Okay.
big NASCAR fan.
No.
Not
Me,
at all.
I am.
Are you?
Yep.
You didn't know that, though. Well, who's your favorite driver then?
Jeff Gordon.
Oh, Jeff. What? Are you
I
serious?
don't know.
Okay.
What?
Really? What? Oh, were you a wrestler? Because that's a. What's going on here? How are you going to get 84? No, 85. What's your number now?
85. Yeah.
85. How can you get 85 people? He's got 40. Well, 40-ish, 43. I just imagine that it is 43 and that his dad's like loading
waiting
them on
list,
the
yeah.
trailer because they don't have a bus. They just bring up like a horse trailer up from Kanawha full of fans. And they're just road tripping all the way up to Forest City every Saturday. And then he's like 42. We're one short, you know? And then it's like, it's you, get on. Okay, so he counts himself. But then if they got 44, it's that the one guy you don't want. It's like, sorry, it's 43.
He's got to drive himself.
Yeah, you got to drive yourself. And I don't want
Go
to
a
see you trying
different
to get on
tailgate.
this trailer.
Yeah.
But you're going to have a much larger trailer, maybe like cattle trailer type thing for 85.
Yeah, I guess. I
That's
don't
the
know.
new challenge. Well,
That's going to be the
Iowa
challenge.
Falls better
Yeah.
turn up.
Yeah,
You're
we'll
going to
try.
have to
We'll
bring
try.
85 people up to root on the Warriors.
I'll try to get it done.
Touchdown, Waldorf. what people are finding out is how fantastic the competition, the level of play is in the NAIA and in this conference, and then Waldorf just brings it, and you guys are showing everybody. McCoy been around for a while, so I mean this is a big deal, and you guys do have high level of play, and it is fun to watch, and it is fast paced, and you know, if a lot of people around here, they go to a game on Friday night. Mm-hmm. Everybody goes to a game on Friday night. They watch the local boys play on the gridiron, and then they ought to be coming to Waldorf, and a lot of them do, and more are doing that every Saturday. And you guys have made that happen because of the hard work that you guys have put in, which is fantastic. And hopefully you keep doing that and get that conference championship.
Oh yeah,
I can't wait. I'm pretty excited. Let's be honest. I'm a bit of a Waldorf fan.
Yeah, you are. That's why you're here.
Well, absolutely. We love Waldorf. I had a thought, but as most things,
did it involve Bette Midler? See what I did there? Might edit that in.
It did not, as a matter of fact, which is uncanny.
Okay.
All right, so
now it involves Bette Midler.
No,
yeah. Now you're like, I can't get that out of my head.
Yeah, I don't know where that reference really came from.
Well, it's because I was thinking about, you know, you, and you really are the wind beneath my wings, Andy. A lot of people don't know about Andy is that he's just a few years older than me, and when I was in middle school, you were a big deal in high school, and you came down and talked to the guidance counselors, and we were our little group.
Really?
Mr. Grotwald, yeah, you came down
Brad
and talked
Grotwald,
to Mr. You talked to Grotwald's group, and I was in that group, and you're like, hey, kids, listen. As your superhero, I don't remember what you said. It wasn't that important, but it was. I remember you, and so yeah, like the wind beneath my wings over here.
I'm trying not to cry.
Well, if I had written that down and really wordsmithed it, and maybe brought it back, oh, you know what? I'll work on that. I'll come back and maybe do a little Bette Midler under it, and
yeah, maybe next time.
Yeah,
next time. So, bringing us to that, Nolan, what makes you cry?
Yeah, I really don't know.
You have ever cried?
No, I've cried, but like,
well, what did you cry about last time?
The last time was basketball, I'd say. So, I mean, sports. You know?
Oh, because you lost the sub-state game.
Yeah. And senior year, last time I ever played basketball. Football, that was the other time. But other than that.
That was the last time you cried? Was the basketball sub-state?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I'd pretty manly if you admit that. You know, that's good.
Hey, real men cry. Every day.
You know,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
McCoy, how about you? Do you cry?
After football games.
After football games?
Certain ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, say, Valley City game?
I think it was the second game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I knew we weren't going to make it. We didn't have a chance at conference then. Yeah,
that was tough.
Oh.
Just really upsetting.
But you're going to remember that. That's in your heart, and you're going to take that onto the field when Valley City. Do we go there, or do they come see us?
I hope we go there.
Here, I'll look it up.
Play in front of their fans.
In the meantime, do you carry? This is a question that Andy's asked before, but not to you guys, and that is, you know, what do you carry on the field? Like, what's your mindset when you step out there and it's game day? Are you dark and focused, or are you light and happy and can't wait to go get it on, or what?
I just say I'm excited, I guess. I'm just ready to go. I like going out there before games and get the butterflies in your stomach.
You like goofing around before the game and having fun, or do you like to focus and sit there and nobody talks to you? You're
more of a focus guy, but I'm excited at the same time. So, yeah.
What makes
I think mine changes every game.
Really?
Feels like some games I'm like focused, like really focused, don't say anything at like pregame. But there's like other games like I'm just goofing around and, you know, I don't know, having fun.
I can see where he comes from that.
It just changes.
Yeah, because if it's not fun, why are we doing it?
Yeah.
Sometimes I realize it's helping pay for your education.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, one of the things I have to remind myself is I'm a college football fan. Obviously, I'm a Warrior fan first and foremost, but I follow the Iowa Hawkeyes as well as the Cyclones a little bit. But the reality is as a Hawkeye fan, you got to remind myself quite often that these are just some young men playing a game, trying to earn an education. So I hope it's fun more often than it is heartbreaking. And hopefully this year, and one of the things we talked about with Logan Miller when he was in here a couple episodes ago, my goal for the team is every time that either we leave a stadium or the other team leaves a stadium that half their guys are crying and that they're going to call their mothers and say, I don't want to play football anymore. That was embarrassing. They beat us like a redheaded stepchild. And God bless the redheaded stepchildren, but that's probably an inappropriate thing to say.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're redheaded.
That's the next kid coming on.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah,
We'll talk to
person.
Now, my son, actually, I have a redheaded son. Since I'm remarried, I guess that would make him a redheaded stepchild.
You probably beat him unmerciful.
I'll see him later. We'll square that away.
Absolutely.
Valley City State is playing us here at Bullstor Field on the 22nd of October, and you'll be thrilled to know that that's our homecoming game.
Ooh.
So not only sweet vengeance, but it is in front of the hopefully Alvino. I mean, let's see if he comes back and make your 14th interception at Valley City. Now, there's still a lot of season left after the 22nd of October, so you're going to have to get on it.
Deal.
But, keep in mind the first couple of weeks of the season, you are playing like Simpson and,
Be like 5 right there.
there you go, St. Ambrose, the Bees. So, you've got some options. So I'd say get after it, and we'll see if Alvino can. I mean, he may not be.
I'll DM him.
Didn't even
I'll
think
text
about
him.
that.
I'll give him a
It's
text.
a
We'll find him. We will find
We'll get
him.
him. We'll find him.
We'll find him. Coach Bullstorff is still doing very, very well, and I'm
Right.
sure one of his players is probably out there. And I'm hopeful for Mr. Milner that he's still doing very well.
Of course.
And come back and see
Yeah.
your record fall.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness. All right, well, we're about to wrap up here with our third episode of the Waldorf Gridiron Podcast, and before we go, we're just going to do a really, really short question for both of you. Favorite NFL football team? Nolan, who is it?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's a terrible answer. I'm sorry, that's wrong.
You won't like mine.
Go ahead.
Atlanta Falcons.
Well, why wouldn't you like the Atlanta Falcons? I mean, the Dirty Birds, that's a good story. Now, I'm a New Orleans Saints fan, so they're the bane of my existence. But at the same time, the Dirty Birds.
Yeah.
Nice hat, by the way.
Yeah, obviously, for those of you who can't see, which is everyone because it's not on any video streaming here, I wear the Vikings hat, and there you go. So,
Well, all right, that's going to wrap it up for us. I want to thank McCoy and Nolan for taking a little bit of time. Hopefully we had some fun in here. Make sure that everybody tunes in to the Waldorf Gridiron Podcast. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up, 5 stars. I don't know how it works. I'm technologically inept. So anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for coming in and spending some time with us and answering our questions and having some fun. And we're looking forward to seeing some big things from both of you in the 2022 upcoming season here at Waldorf University.
the Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast is hosted by Andy Buffington and me, Troy Thompson. Produced by Sunnyside Farmstead Studios in beautiful rural Forest City, Iowa. Music is by Christian Leo. The Waldorf Gridiron Club is a nonprofit 501c3 organization dedicated to the football student-athletes of Waldorf University. Our mission is to assist the program in maintaining the best small college football experience in America. I like the, there are little waterfalls, Andy, in Iowa Falls. Because those are really kind of picturesque. As you go over the bridge, like towards Casey's, I don't know what that road is called.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You can see that little, it's probably, I think it's a waterfall. It's probably some just like rando guys. This is like this is my sump pump. And
yeah, I think it's some, I don't know what it is, but I know what you're talking about, though.
Just dropping it off the cliff. Sometimes it's not running. And I was like, yeah, it's dry, man. I don't got anything about a basement.